It's a little known fact that it is physically impossible for pigs to look up into the sky. Think about that. Those poor future platters of bacon can't see the sky above their heads. So, next time you are hanging around with a pig, take a picture of the sky with your phone and show it to that delicious animal. And while you're doing that, play these idiots' podcast for it. A happy pig is a tasty pig. This is Dave and Juan.
And 3, 2,
Number
1.
Bye-bye.
Hey, welcome back. Like we never left.
That's right. I don't know if I ever did.
No, stayed in these chairs last week. Hi, everybody. How are you? I'm Dave.
I'm Juan.
And this is Dave and Juan.
More time.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you kindly.
Worldwide, man. I was checking the stats on the podcast.
Really?
Where it's been downloaded. We apparently have a couple of people, a couple of regulars in Japan.
In Japan?
Every freaking week.
Japan every freaking week.
But got 2 downloads in Japan for every episode.
Hey, shout out Japan.
What's that place
Japan,
near Australia?
New Zealand?
New Zealand.
Oh, geez. Oh, that's like a prison colony now, man.
Well, I know. And
they need some enjoyment. They need some.
That's it. You got to get trying to break out.
We're breaking through. So
Germany.
They're not to see. The New Zealand's called the Kiwis. So shout out Kiwis.
Okay, there you go. See, they're listening. Good.
The Aussies, the Kiwis. I don't know what Japanese without making it sound bad. So but thanks. I always right. I always thought Godzilla was a bad dude.
Chinese dirty knees. No, Chinese, Japanese dirty knees. Look at these.
What the is that?
Dude, I'll have to show you that off. Yeah.
No, I don't want to. I don't think I think we might have stumbled into the first edit of the podcast today. But so again, nobody cares when we record these things, but it just the timing here and the big news this week, I guess a few days ago, right?
Oh, good. Yep.
Oh man, Sean Payton.
Yeah, Sean Payton.
Sean Payton tipping out the door. And I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but anybody who's paying attention knows, dude, it's over.
Oh
man, get ready, Saints. And I hope I'm wrong. Listen, I hope I'm wrong because I used to say that, right? So I'm going to make a prediction, or I'm going to root for a side and figure. Like I used to think, okay, if I root for somebody, I really don't want to win, right? I can't really lose because if they win, I'm like, well, I was cheering for them. But if they lose, I'm really happy they lost because I didn't want them to win. So with the Saints, man, look.
Now there's instant rebuilding mode.
And not even that, because there was a chance, right? There was a chance that people wanted to play for Payton.
Right. And, there was talk about Aaron Rodgers. Russell
Aaron
Wilson.
Rodgers. Maybe Russell Wilson. No. Aaron Rodgers is not coming to New Orleans.
No, well,
he's not.
We were on his short list of places that he would have considered. No, nobody's coming. Now you're gonna see. I saw stuff about will the Saints unload Alvin Kamara?
They probably look, man. I would not find it. And I mean, I'm not trying to turn this into a big negative. I'm a Saints fan. I want the Saints to do well. But when I heard that, I was like, oh man.
I didn't think he was gonna go. I really didn't. And I was surprised.
Going to Dallas. He's going to Dallas. Man.
He can't go this year.
Yeah, but
he can. I mean, he can't go for 3 years, but ultimately
they're gonna end up having they're gonna end up cutting some deal with Dallas. It might not be this year.
Right. It's a trade deal.
He's gonna go do some TV. He's gonna go do whatever he does. He doesn't need the money. And
I listened to the whole press conference. And he did sound like he just needed a break and really hadn't figured it out yet. He said he was interested in TV, but there's been no talk. Yeah.
He looked around and said, okay,
I
got Jameis and I got Taysom. I ain't got enough. I mean, don't get me wrong, man. They're NFL quarterbacks, which means they're
Right,
good. But man,
but-
you ain't doing it's
But
just
no, got nobody to throw the ball to. I don't, Michael Thomas didn't go.
no. And New Orleans is a fantastic look, man. One of my favorite, man, my favorite city. I love New Orleans, but outside, it's not the draw of
there's no big market that you got all the endorsement deals or.
We're jumping sports, but I don't know why I'm thinking about this because it's like it's something else. When it happened, I thought, man, they're getting a little bit too excited about something. Was our man Zion? Does that guy still play?
Yeah, he's about 5,000 pounds, I think.
I mean, what's he? I mean, really, like he was the savior. Is he literally on the court, or is he still hurt, or always hurt?
I don't follow NBA, so I
me
don't.
neither. But I remember the other day I was doing something and something was like, yeah, Zion. He was the biggest.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was going to be,
Well, I did read that there was actually, the Saints were going to let Payton go, and maybe this was like in 2019 when he was talking. There was some talk with Jerry Jones, I guess, and the Saints were going to at least entertain the options,
right?
And then when this guy, I don't know, one of the guys for NBA that left the Pelicans and went to the Lakers.
Anthony Davis.
Yeah, and they said when that left, because the Benson family also owns the Pelicans.
Yeah, don't they own most of New Orleans now?
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much. Yeah.
But so then they said they shut it down because there was no way they were losing Anthony Davis and Sean Payton in the same year.
He's gone. Well, you're gonna try to get some value for it if they have his contract. That'd be nice, huh, to be in a position where somebody's got to pay me anyway, like my contract.
Yeah.
A
couple of years off, make.
I just don't feel like working. I just don't feel like working. I just I just don't feel like doing it. And he's gonna look. He's gonna end up in Dallas for a few reasons, and it's not just Jerry, and Jerry's Jerry, but he's tight with the Suns too. So.
Yeah.
And that's where he's going. I mean, he's just going to end up there. But more power to him. I mean, it's like you say, you look at somebody and say, okay, overall scheme of things, he did. Like nobody can be mad at Sean Payton. You know what I'm saying?
No,
nobody can ever say anything bad. Like, no, okay, dude came in, he turned around. He made it what
Right. They became not just a one and done team, but they
100%.
became a perennial contender.
100%. But the important thing is we need to find out who does Bobby think they should do?
It's a multiple choice question, I'm sure.
A multiple choice from Bobby. I think if Bobby, I want to get some Bobby logic on this. I want Bobby knock a couple down and start pontificating on who the Saints ought to get next.
Well, yeah, he'll throw some statistics about it. Yeah.
I love it. He's a hero, man. He really is a hero. What I love about you may stop me. Did I tell you the story? And it's true, right? Maybe you told it to me years ago when Bobby first got to the Saints, and it was, I guess he went to where it was Benson, right? And people forget, like kids. Well, my kids weren't around, obviously, but what it took to get him. Like even I think Edwin Edwards even got involved in recruiting Bobby to play for the Saints, and I remember it was just really bizarro world, but he was doing commercials for Benson car dealerships. And where did I get this from? Somebody that was involved.
Yeah, not me. I've never heard that.
Well, the line was you had to say because Benson is the service after the sale, right? That was the line.
That was their tag.
Because it's business is the service after the sale. I heard they had to do it 20 times, man. Because he couldn't get is the service after they couldn't understand what he was saying.
Wasn't no one take Bobby.
No. So it's funny. There's a joke about that. Like, man, here it is. Like it's from the Bayou Cajun and whatever. But to go from that to all of a sudden being not technically the voice of the Saints, but one of the more,
Oh yeah, he's one of the more prominent.
He's the guy.
Yeah. So the founder of the Who Dat Nation.
Get Bob. He didn't found the Who Dat.
But that's what they say on the radio.
That's what they say. Well, you know what? You say anything on the radio long enough, I guess they start. Whatever.
That's the tag.
Like I said, man.
Cajun Cannon, the founder of the Who Dat Nation.
I'll tell you what. Back in the day, before he got back, when he was in Atlanta, then I was living in Georgia at the time, and they would bring him in the big sports station up. They would bring him in every now and then. He was the best. everybody. I mean, I remember this was back before, and I was amazed that again because it just the snapshot of it's Bobby. Bobby's
Yeah.
having fun. But God, they loved having him on that because he told story. He told honest stories. Remember him telling one time about Jeff George. He was competing with Jeff George, but it really wasn't a competition in the NFL because they're going to play whoever they're paying the most money to.
Yeah.
They just are. And he said something about Jeff George was a jerk. He was just a jerk. He was super talented. To this day, they said Jeff George may have one of the best arms. Exactly. Even Bobby said that. Bobby said he remembered being on the sideline before a Miami Dolphins game when and Marino was still Marino. And he said, you watch Marino throw a ball and Jeff George throw a ball. He said, it was the same thing. I mean, like he was that good. He had that much talent, but he was just super jerk. And Bobby told a story about, George mouthing off at him or saying something. And Bobby said, I invite, and they were Swanee, Georgia, I think they used to practice. They had woods around there. He says, I invited him if he wanted to step into the woods and discuss it. He never got mouthy with me again. That's right.
It's a lot of content, I guess, when you're on radio, however 15 hours a week or whatever,
hard,
talking
man.
about sports. So, his go-to is the statistics.
Hey, man, the world runs on statistics, but that's good.
That's right.
Yeah, good. So anyway, good luck.
Good luck, Sean.
Good luck, whatever, and good luck, who dats, and So we interesting, a good fun time. I'm tired. I was telling you before. I'm kind of a little worn down. So we had went to I guess I can't call it a concert last night. It was a speech, I guess. Jordan Peterson, and you may know who he is.
A lecture.
Yeah, he's written several books. I got one of them here, and became very, very, very well known. And it's one of these guys that you either know him, you don't know him, you love him, or you just like I said, it's not political, but they make everything political. But I admire the fact what he's built from, and he's a super, super intelligent guy, but man, sold out this, it's Bayou Music Center. I guess it's a couple thousand, 3,000 people there. And then out of the blue, my nephew reaches out to me the day before the concert. Say, hey, is it okay if I stay with you on tomorrow night? I'm driving in the closest, and he's in Baton Rouge, he's at LSU. He said the closest Jordan Peterson's tour is coming to us is Houston. So I'm driving in. Dude,
as in most cases with anything. Drove
in from Baton. I got off of class, drove 5 hours to go, and drove back this morning to catch a class and go down. I'm just like,
oh wow.
That's it, but you really want to see that. You really want to hear this guy talk to invest 10 hours.
Oh, I could see the driving there. It's that driving back early in the morning to catch class. That is foreign to me.
It worked out. It's like, things happen for a reason. So I ended up telling him, obviously, you're always welcome to stay for sure. Come on over. But I said, hey, as it turns out, I'm going. So just get to my house, get to my house, and you can come with us and my neighbor. We get dinner in downtown Houston and went to the, but again, total timing, right? So, again, sold out. It's big, and we're waiting to get in. And I hear my nephew say, "That's him." I'm like, what do you mean? Like him. And then my son Jesse's like, "That is him." Who? I thought it was like somebody on the lines of it, and it was Jordan Peterson. I guess he doesn't really does. It just came out. He had bodyguards, but started, just talked to a couple
meet and
people.
Greet.
Well, no, they have an official meet and greet. You pay for that. Like it's all, but you just came out. You just came out to the regulars, standing in line to get in. And I said it loud enough. And I said, hey, Jordan, this kid drove 5 hours to see you today. Came over, shook his hand, asked his name.
Nice.
Oh.
Look at that Uncle Dave pulling the big dog out.
Actually, it's Parent Dave.
Oh, well.
If it was just a nephew, I wouldn't have done it. But when it's your godchild, you got to do that. No, it just like I said, turned out he was so funny, man. He was floating. He says, man, it's like a dream. I'm like, well, raise your dreams, buddy. That's I'm glad. But it's good. The only problem I had, and I had 2 really good seats because my neighbor gave me like really good floor close seats. So I gave those to him and my son, and wherever it's not really nosebleed. It's just second.
Yeah.
And I never sat down. I just walked around because it was, I talked to people. It's funny. People all over. People drove in for hours.
Did you at least listen to him?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, A lot of it was before he came on.
Yeah.
Right. And then, you know, get real quiet and stuff. And then they had cash bars everywhere and nobody was, you know, I was kind of at a Jordan Peterson speech, like I'd have been at a Black Sabbath concert, man. I'm like,
you had to patronize the workers, man.
man, listen, tip those guys big. I mean,
That's right.
Like, they're bored out of their brain running the bar and like, you know, hey man, how you doing? You know, but yeah, it was good. And so kind of late getting back last night, but they're driving through Houston, parking underground. I don't like underground garages. I just don't.
I struggle enough to find, my vehicle when it's all on one flat plane, as opposed to having to remember what floor, where, which ramp on the floor.
Yeah. So I parked
underground. I mean,
like, and then it's like Houston, it's like City Hall and the whole theater district. And I guess which is also scary because Houston's not exactly mountainous, if you know what I mean. Like it floods. So whenever going underground in Houston is always an interesting thing. And I don't mind garage. I mean, I'll drive up 6, 7, 8, 9 floors. That's fine. But man, I do not like going subterranean and I'm just lost. It's all one big, it's like another city down there. But now you get out and take pictures of everything, just like you never.
Well, you can do certain things on your phone too that'll take you back there.
You can. I don't think I can.
I can.
I wouldn't trust it in Houston because the buildings interfere with everything. That's a problem.
Underground, yeah.
And not just that, just the buildings in general. The cell reception in Houston's a nightmare. Like I always tell people if you're going somewhere, have a visual image of where you're going. Like don't look at where you're going before you're trusting the maps. Because once you get to certain areas, it either loses the street or it thinks you're somewhere else.
Good point.
Right. Because it's all of a sudden it's saying, take a right on. First of all, that's a one way.
Yeah.
Right. And that's not the street you just said. Right. And so but and then you just kind of hope. Well, I had, basically 3 men with me. So I wasn't as concerned with the elements.
Yeah. So
it got some rough. Yeah. I mean, it's you got to watch.
Dude, you want to talk about some elements. So last night I saw in the news that somebody walked into a convenience store and shot and killed somebody in the store. About 7, 8 last night.
Dang.
I passed by that store about 7:30 this morning on my way to work. That sucker's open.
Oh man. Are you kidding me?
Like, we ain't shutting this baby down, but no.
Somebody got killed last night.
Yeah. And I'm
open
I don't typically pass
business.
that way, but I looked there this morning.
We are open for business.
Yeah.
It's just roped off. You got a little yellow tape.
I almost stopped just to see.
The joys are big. That's my nephew last night too. We were walking around down. I was like, how you liking the city, dude? I don't. He said that. I don't.
He's from down the bayou.
Yeah. I think Baton Rouge might be a bit much. He's not a big fan of maybe I shouldn't say he loves LSU. He's not a fan of Baton Rouge.
I live here. I'm not a fan of Baton Rouge.
There you go. Shout out Baton Rouge. Shout out Japan.
That's right.
New Zealand.
Yeah. Let me know what it's like over there.
Yeah. And then tonight we're heading to just a little bit here. We're going to be heading to Tom Segura. Tom Segura, the comedian. You saw him warm up for
with Chappelle.
Right, him and Rogan, and but it's him here tonight. He's good. I love him. He's probably my favorite. Was the best. He's one of these guys where so I got the tickets and my boys love him. I think my wife would too, but he's 80% of him is hysterical and the other 20% is hysterical, but as vulgar gets. Like,
because that was some of the stuff. I mean, I went where you're going with your sons, so it was a little awkward to be there with my son.
Oh, well, I'm sure it will be. And my brother-in-law is coming with us tonight, so we're gonna.
Yeah, just let your brother-in-law sit in between you and your son. So,
man, they're men. What you gonna do? It's please. I don't think I want to see their search histories, right? I mean, you just get the point. Like, no, that's you get it. Well, I mean, I don't know how much you get that, and you got a daughter now, which I can't even get my head around what I would be like with a daughter. I mean, just You know, because my wife will throw that at me all the time. Do you remember what you were doing when you were 20? Yeah, I know.
Well, that's the problem, is I do. So that's why I worry.
Yeah. So yeah, so I got that going on tonight. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, I'm busy. I got nothing going on this weekend, and I'm darn glad about it.
I got work to do. But
We had a 3-day swim meet last weekend in the freeze. And
swimming in winter, man. That's
my daughter
swimming in the winter.
Yeah, but so tomorrow she's got some Cotillion dance, and so I'm gonna have to go pick her up, which is gonna.
I can't hear the word Cotillion and not think Couvillion. Right? I'm even saying that right. Right.
Couvillion.
Yeah, isn't that like that's
some kind of dish with a red sauce, I think.
Couvillion.
Couvillion with a V.
Hey man, we're going to the Couvillion Cotillion.
The Cotillion, the theme is Couvillion. Chicken Couvillion.
I should know that more than I do, but before I forget too, I jotted down some stuff because I and people watch.
You're a preparer.
I'm a preparer, man.
That's right. You're a prepper.
I'm a prepper. A little bit. But friend of mine reached out, James. I talked about with the tattoos, right? We talked about the girl back when you had even less sense than you do now, and you were talking to the person about
the girl had the neck tattoo.
She had the neck tattoo, and you felt so obliged to.
I just asked her about it.
Give her career advice, and we talked about getting things
post bad decision.
Yeah, well. And you had a friend who's
a flight attendant.
Who was getting a tattoo removed. And I made a comment, but James texted me and said, he said, laser tattoo removal. He said, it's expensive. It's painful.
Yeah.
You got to do it more than.
Like 4 or 5 times, I think, depending on the size of the tattoo.
And it's not 100% effective.
Right. Plus, so besides that, it's scar there.
Besides that, it's great.
Yeah. Other than that, go for it.
Other than that, man.
Yeah. Somebody think about it. It's a laser.
But you can do things with you can do things with a laser that doesn't. But
laser eye surgery and stuff, I guess. Yeah.
So think hard, guys. Think. If you're going to commit to it. But don't believe the hype. No, you can always get it removed. No, maybe not.
Yeah, not on your face. You could, but worse things could. Yeah, it would be worse. The end result would be worse.
Yeah. Hey, you know what else? I guess news wise, and again, it's always hard for me to remember the last time we spoke and what I'm between. But a sad passing, man. Meatloaf, man.
Dude, that was so.
Well, okay. First of all, we can't pretend that it's one of those things. It's sad.
Yeah, but he wasn't that old. How?
Early
70s, I guess.
I'll look it up. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see if I can get this. Hey Siri, how old was Meatloaf?
Meatloaf died January 20th, 2022 at age 74.
74.
Right. Yeah. Now I did hear that Weber Grill, in an unlikely occurrence, posted on the day that he died. Yeah. Have you ever had grilled meatloaf?
No.
It was, and it wasn't a post in response to that. They plan that stuff. And they'll do social media calendars months out. So it just happened to be, they were promoting some, grilled meatloaf and it posted on the day that he died.
Well,
so they came out, they pulled it and apologized.
That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. But no, man, it's hard to say he's underrated because I think he was people, I don't know if people remember just how good that guy is or was.
I saw a clip of him singing the Star Spangled Banner.
I saw it.
Phenomenal.
100%. I saw the same clip you saw. I'm sure it went like around
at a ball game. Yeah.
And you remember a couple things. One, how you sing the anthem like the anthem's meant to be sung.
Right.
That's my only thing, man. Like, I get so annoyed by the people that decide they're going to right?
Oh yeah, how
They're going
big
to use
can I
the
make it?
national. They're going to use the national anthem to show off their whatever. Just who's best ever? Whitney Houston, right? I
Yeah.
think we kind of all throw that one down. That the Super Bowl post 9/11.
Well, that's kind of what started it too, though, because they even released it, so it was making
But go back.
radio play.
But the thing about it, go back and listen to it. There was no. She did nothing.
Right, there was no effects.
It was just she
Yeah.
could do it, right? I mean,
Mhm.
it was amazing. And then I get whatever. But anyway, he was a couple things. One way, and his voice, you forget, like, wow, this guy. Did you ever see him in concert?
No. Mm-mm.
I did. So I saw him, and we had this conversation. I guess that by the time he passed with my friend Kurt, he forgot this because for some reason the warm-up act was not on the ticket. It was late. It was after Meat Loaf came back. Like he did, Bat Out of Hell. He was massive. He went away, and then he came back with what was the I would do anything for love, but
but I won't do that.
Never really liked that song. It's great, right? It was just, but anyway, but he became really big again. Pardon the pun. He was always big, but the warm-up act, we saw him in New Orleans, and the warm-up act was Bryan Adams.
Oh wow.
But I do remember, because we were having this debate. I was saying, I know we saw Bryan Adams. He said, no, we never saw. I'm like, I'm telling you, here's what I know. I know I've never been to a Bryan Adams concert, but I know I've seen Bryan Adams. So I remembered it was the warm-up, because I still remember that he starts off Summer of '69. He just plays the first thing, down, 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 and then the crowd just stops. The crowd just starts singing, but he was the warm-up act. What we did joke about for years, and God rest his soul, Meat Loaf, a great guy. Who you think Paradise by the Dashboard Light's a long song? He made everything.
Yeah, they're almost like the rock opera type stuff.
Oh, it was. And don't get me wrong, they're great, but dude, and it was a Wednesday night. I do remember that. It was a Wednesday night. It was a work night.
It's a 3-song set.
No, he went long, bro. I mean, we were like 11. I kept thinking, don't they have to shut this building down at some point? Like, isn't there like a hard out? Like, I'm sure a union or whatever they have to, but Paradise by the Dashboard Light must have been a 15-minute version. Right. So you get to the point where
the club mix.
Yeah, I came here just to hear this song, or not just to, but Bat Out of Hell.
That was right. That was.
But that's the one, right? That's the opus. That's the one you want to hear. And it came sort of later in the set. And when you're so long into a song that you're like, is that still Paradise?
Went out, got a snack. Got to go to the bathroom.
He wouldn't get a snack.
He did something down in Houma. And
what?
Yeah, I don't know if it was a movie.
Oh, okay. He didn't have a show in Houma.
Like a movie or something, because I think I shared the post when he passed, and a friend of mine who has a courier service commented that he met him, and I said, where? And he sent me the note that he had to bring some stuff down there for a film or whatever that was going on.
I met him at the Boiling Go and Cut Off.
The light's fantastic.
Shout out. That's my cousin owns that place, Boiling Go. So there you go.
All right.
It's a free crawfish when I'm back in town. I think they're back operating. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what.
Hey, crawfish is seemingly doing well right now.
Big news, eh?
Yeah, big news. All over the place.
David Juan.
And lump crab meat's up to $50 a quart.
Lump crab meat.
Yeah, it might be a pint. I don't know.
You're the grocer guy now, man. You should know these.
Yeah, but I didn't get that from there. I just saw that. But I do know from the grocery experience that Reese's now has a breakfast bar.
A breakfast bar.
Yes. So like a little breakfast, like a little biscuit. It's like, no, it's basically, I think it's probably got some Rice Krispies in there. They also have.
Well, I was going to say, it doesn't seem like very nutritious, but let's look at what cereal is. Right. Anybody's knocking down Count Chocula.
They also have one with potato chips mixed up. But this is what I noticed. So, and just for anybody who's wondering, I do marketing for a wholesaler, and I happen to be.
Juan got a job stocking at Rouse's.
Stocking, bro. So the merchandisers are under me, and the merchandisers actually set up the store and stuff. So I was I went. They were setting up a new store yesterday, so I just went. Try to be nice and say hey, and try to get their input and stuff on.
You wanted to
changes.
you bless them with your presence.
Right.
Hello, underlings.
I'm not here to help.
Greetings, underlings.
Yeah, it's cold in this store. Can y'all do something about that? But so I noticed, like, on the breakfast aisle, it starts, and this is in a convenience store, so it starts the least healthy stuff at the top.
Yeah.
So, which is basically the most visible,
high level, brother, high
and
level.
most desired stuff.
Sure.
And anything that's healthy, like the Nutrigrain, less nasty or less bad for you, like the real Nutrigrain bars and protein bars. Those are way like on the bottom. So
they figure you're looking for that. You'll find
you got to be in shape to bend down and get that. People like me, I'm just grabbing that's Reese's.
High level. There you go.
Yeah. Fruit Loop breakfast bar. That's got to be good for you.
There's a Fruit Loop breakfast bar.
Mm-hmm.
Life was a lot easier before we knew how bad everything was for you, right?
Dude, it's the stuff in there, because I tell people, if I go in a convenience store, I know what I'm going there to get. I walk in, I'm pretty much know where it is. I'm getting it. I'm going. I'm not looking around. I'm not shopping for snacks.
Yeah.
But to see just the amount of, like you said, unhealthy stuff, variations of everything. There's 17 flavors of sunflower seeds.
I don't know. Listen, I got to be honest, and I have friends that just plow through those. But with baseball, whether it's, I don't mind sunflower seeds.
Yeah.
But man, that's
I'm not going for the barbecue.
It's like when you show up somewhere, a game or something, and you're around somebody who's been eating sunflower seeds, and it's like, man, I'm on the farm. What is this, man? Like exactly. Freaking shells everywhere. I got the same thing with peanuts. When you buy the peanut, I like
peanuts.
Yeah, I like those too. I guess I shouldn't complain, but that's a little bit. But I'm not spitting the shells. I'm kind of just.
But there's also no way to not make a mess. But one of that, like
not.
Pringles potato chips has, I bet they've got 40 flavors of Pringles,
all of them good. All of them delicious.
Roasted chicken.
Ooh.
Well, you go for it, man.
Well, yeah, that seems a bit poultry flavored chips sound. I mean, again, it goes back to that. Depends how hungry you are, bruh. Depends how hungry you are. Yeah. Well, like I said, I was reading some stuff the other day about, and this is the thing kind of talked about before. Don't trust anybody anymore, because whatever you read, whatever research comes out, hang in there. A couple of years later, they flip it over. It's like every other, hey, drinking wine's good for you. Drinking wine's not good for you. Yeah. Drinking wine's really good. You should really be drinking wine. You shouldn't be drinking wine. I heard something
in moderation.
Everything in moderation. Today, there's a football player here, which is always funny. I was kind of like Labarge, or I guess it's Labarge, the casino.
I can't ever say. I think it's Labarge, and it's a word that I don't know if it's Labarge.
Dude, I wasn't 100% on Couvillion, so I can't know that Labarge, whatever. But anyway, so one of their spokesmen here in Houston is this guy used to play football for the Texans, a linebacker. Dude was always suspended for steroids, man. Always. Very popular player.
You wanted your spokesperson.
That's all you think about. Very popular player, very, because he was a crazy guy. I mean, he's the kind of guy you want on your defense, right? He was insane. Came into the league, I think, the same time as J.J. Watt. I'm not saying his name just because.
Yeah, but, you don't want to bump into him and kill you.
Yeah, that's right.
Kidney visit in Japan.
But yeah, he's like a spokesman. He talks about this, and I'm thinking, man, all I can think about when you're talking is that the dude was constantly suspended for steroids. Constantly. And it was always a mistake. It was always some ointment that.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
It wasn't on the list.
But anyway, so he does these commercials for, I guess, apparently Drago's. So now the Bears has I guess Drago's opened up a restaurant in there. But at the end, is they always gambling problem, right? Whenever you do, you can always tell how much people want to do stuff or how bad it is by the fact that they can put. It's like cigarettes, right? They on a pack of cigarettes. If you're a smoker, they can. I think, and some they started putting like really disturbing pictures.
Yeah,
on the side.
like lungs and or
like
people that had lung cancer.
They can just say, this devil gonna kill you. Don't care.
I'm all right, man.
Anyway. I'm good. I'm good. I knew somebody that smoked it. They were 103. Didn't phase them at all.
No
At
golf.
all. That's fine, but you know, it's like, but back when they would tell us, the big thing they pushed on us back in the day was low fat and no fat. Well, guess what that meant? Loaded with carbs and typically sugar, right? And they had us all, even to say like the old food pyramid, they used to, we all grew up with that stupid food pyramid. Did they go back now and say, yeah, that's jacked up. You don't want to do You don't want that much rice and bread.
No,
What?
right. Yeah. I love me some rice and bread. I blame the food pyramid.
Wasn't my fault.
Talking about gambling. So for the past 2 or 3 months, everywhere in Louisiana, or at least in the Baton Rouge television market, pretty much, 9 out of 10 commercials are for the online gambling app.
God.
Everybody's Caesar, or
I'm so tired. Okay. Sorry, man.
Today is the first day that you can use an online gambling app.
Really?
So how much money those suckers must make. If you think about the amount of money they've invested in advertising months leading up to when.
I just don't. The only thing I'll give them credit for is at least it's not watching a pharmaceutical commercial. Right. Yeah. So that's it. So that's all you're going to see right now are ads for. So you got that. You got Caesars. You got the MGM. I think it's Jamie Foxx doing their stuff. You got. There's some other ones out there, but those are the ones
there's
spending
5 or 6 of them at least.
And I think we may have said this on a previous episode, but are the Mannings have they just decided to suck up every dollar they can?
Dude.
Like, is there anything the Mannings won't endorse right now? And hey, God love them. I'm a fan, but
they've got ownership in the barbecue thing. The barbecue guys have got ownership in that.
I get that, but I saw Eli doing a spot for like hot sauce the other day.
This is, that's right.
I went like, really? Because when I'm thinking by cuisine, I'm thinking Eli.
Yeah.
But
shout out to them because they always pull Cooper in.
Oh, I know.
Cooper's not one of the owners in the barbecue thing. It's
He's
just
not?
him and no, it's just him. It's just Payton and Eli.
Really? Oh, come on.
Right.
They had to throw Cooper a bone, man.
And he's in all of the Caesars commercials. He's like the doofus.
I feel
in the background.
bad. I feel bad for him. I do. I just because to me it's obvious. Like to me, it's one of those. And I'm sure. Look, successful guy, smart guy. I'm sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's big in finance, I believe.
Yeah, whatever. But yeah, it always seems like. All right. But yeah, so that's the thing I'm amazed by is all of a sudden the Mannings are everywhere. Just okay, go for it. Bring. And the funny thing is about how even though he's never coached and doesn't want to coach, if the Saints just said, Peyton Manning be the next head, nobody, people in the Saints would be more excited about something like that. Just the name. I don't care if he's good.
Yeah, it's like if Gail Benson wants to sell the team, could the Mannings get it? That type of stuff.
Yeah. No, I think he's I think Peyton's more tied to Denver now.
I think he's in a group. Collectively, I don't think they've got enough money to buy an NFL franchise, just them.
So I guess we can't get in on it. We're
I mean.
Oh, and by the way, we're also going to point out that, even though Spotify, and we're on Spotify, and even though they have Joe Rogan, hey, that's okay. We're going to stay on Spotify, man. We're not going to we're not going to pull a Neil Young.
We're not doing Neil Young. Mr. used to be free speech guy.
And that, and I'm glad you said that, because that is the hypocrisy or the idiocy or whatever it is that people just blows my mind. It's one thing to say, I don't agree with what you are saying. To be endorsing censorship, that's what they, right? I read a great one with Neil Young saying, so if you refuse to listen to the government, I'm not going to let you listen to the song I wrote about not trusting the government, right? Or like the government killing people. He had that song, whatever. The other funny one was, and again, I'm going to get the years wrong, but it said about this whole, Neil Young Spotify thing. Anybody under 30 is asking, who's Neil Young? Anybody 30 to 60 saying, I didn't know he was still alive. Everyone over 60 saying, what's Spotify? Right.
I've seen.
I had
some
three
that said
different
that.
people. Three different people when that came out were just joking about. You saw that? They're like, I didn't think he was alive, man.
Let me tell you something. If I've heard a Neil Young song in the last 20, 30 years, it wasn't on purpose, and I didn't have access to the dial.
I will give, but here's the deal.
I'm not a fan.
No, but there's one song I do like, "Rockin' in America." Keep on rocking in America. Keep on rocking in free world. Keep on rocking in free world. Sure.
Yeah.
I like that song.
Came out probably in the 80s. Huh?
Oh yeah. Oh God, he hasn't done anything relevant in since we were in radio. Okay. Yeah. And I don't think it was then, but here's the deal too. True fact, he sold half of the rights to his music like last year for $150 million. So everybody's saying, oh, he's off of Spotify, it's a big whoop, it's, but this is no lie. I read this today. Guess who else? This is up your alley. Guess who else apparently today said he wants his music pulled off of Spotify too because of Joe Rogan?
Nope.
Barry Manilow.
Oh.
What will they do?
Oh yeah, that's a tough one. We'd have to eat that $100 million contract. But if
we said goodbye,
if Mandy wants to go away,
man, and that's what's sad. Well, you and I both were big Manilow fans.
Oh I've seen him in concert. It was like with another dude. It was
You saw him in you went with another dude to see.
Yeah.
Okay, but you saw Barry Manilow and some other dude in concert. Yeah, we saw him. I saw him at Lakewood, an outdoor amphitheater, I think, or Liquid or something in Atlanta.
I stood up when he was doing the Copacabana, man.
And no, man, that's what's annoying to me. Well, many things, by the way. Let me stop.
Well, good on Spotify for not letting that crap drag out. It's like, all right, yeah, all right. Done. See ya.
Peace out.
Right, we're gonna play that, Sweet.
Okay, wait, let me exactly. Let me figure this out. We got the guy who is literally the biggest asset we have,
right?
Or somebody that most of y'all don't know is still alive. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Now, the annoying thing with me is, and it's funny, even though back in the day, radio rocker, we like rock, but I like Manilow stuff. We used to joke about the Manilow effect. Every song, the reason you'd like every Manilow song was it always ended big. Whatever you were listening to, you knew, like toward the end,
the crescendo.
It was always, there you go. There you hang in there. It's coming. Every song he sang. Well, I like that. But then people get, I guess, too much money, or maybe they're famous and they can't deal with not being famous anymore. I mean, I guess that would bite too, to at one point be you're major, and then now people are like, he's still alive.
Right. It's how can I be relevant?
But I don't care. Don't. Why do you think we care? Like, stop politics. Talk politics with your friends. Yeah. Talk whatever with your friends. Just don't ruin. Springsteen's the world. I used to be a huge Springsteen fan.
Yeah,
I shouldn't say huge. I admired Springsteen.
Now I'm like stuff. But it's like I'm not playing that game, man.
So and I got just. If they would just ask us for advice, Juan, we could get them.
If Neil Young would have called me, I'd have said, "Who?"
I'd have said, "Bro,
you alive?"
I said, "Bro." First of all, yeah. Hey, glad you're alive.
Yeah, good on you.
Yeah, man. Don't do that. No,
Don't start. First, comb your hair.
Yeah, don't start none. Won't be none, bro. Don't start none. Won't be just cut it out. But there you go. So we're staying. So Spotify, there you go.
Yeah, thank you for we're staying. Don't you worry.
That's right. You keep Rogan and us. We're gonna hang in there with you. We should say that, man. We pulling it off as Spotify. They don't.
If Neil Young comes back on Spotify, we're out.
That's right.
You heard it here first.
That's right, Neil. Out. Throw down on that, bruh.
Mm-hmm.
Rocking the free world on that one, dude. He's Canadian too.
Yeah.
Canadian. We get any downloads from Canada?
I didn't check to that extent.
All right. Canada, not. You can't have none. We're banning you, Canada. No. That's it.
We're getting a few in Sugar Land.
None for you.
There's your wife.
Jeez, that's funny. I never look at that. I never look at any.
No, I just happened to check. I was checking something out the other day.
There you go.
Oh wow, look at that.
Now my work stuff, right? My work stuff, I do things, with email and various things and, work related. And I saw something the other day and it's got to be a problem or somebody's got to have a computer that runs through something. I got stuff showing up in the Netherlands. Like, what I ain't saying that. I don't know who signed up for my stuff though, but it may be, but like it's a lot in the Netherlands. So I'm thinking, okay, something must be getting routed. I doubt seriously. I got a big readership and well, I'd love to meet him if I do.
Well, why would you be getting routed through the Netherlands though?
Bruh. That's how they do it. It's the internet. It's magic. It
All
goes
those
off
financial institutions just trying to scrub their money.
It goes up into the sky and it lands on one of Elon Musk's satellites and they bounce it around and I don't know how it works. I can't even get my GPS to work in Houston, bro. Come on. Come on, man. Come on.
What you gonna do?
What you gonna do? All right. I think what I'm gonna do, I think we can go push the button.
All right.
I think that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, we get on. That's snap. Yeah, come get you some. There it is. It's for free.
That's it. It's a bargain. Free. It's a bargain. Worth every penny of it.
Oh, it's twice the price. It's worth it.
It'll never go on sale though, because we don't want to diminish the value.
That's right. We may offer coupons. Maybe some of them.
A BOGO. You buy one, get one. If you buy this episode, you get the next one free.
That's right. But hey, listen, if Neil Young comes back to Spotify,
let us know.
Gone. Well, not really, but it just sounds good. All right. Hey, if you want to reach out to us outside of social media where everybody can read it, just on the down low, it's Dave and Juan at protonmail.com. And there's a plethora.
There's a plethora. No matter where you are, whether you're in Japan, Germany,
New Zealand,
the Netherlands,
Cocodrie.
You can get us, man. You can follow us on YouTube, Gaines. Where if you're watching this, subscribe to our channel. Let us know what you think. Tell your friends about it. We also have a Facebook page. And we're on Facebook Podcast, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google, Amazon Music, Pandora, Podbay, Listen Notes, and a couple other ones that I had never heard of that when I realized we were being downloaded in Japan, I meant to write those down, but I forgot. I'll have those so you can get those logos next time.
Godzilla Podcast. I don't know why it's Godzilla. Hey, Godzilla was Japan, right? That's Kimata.
Mm-hmm. Right. Godzilla versus Megatron.
Best one was King Kong. I still love that scene when King Kong shoves a tree in Godzilla's mouth or something like that. I don't know if maybe I'm misremembering that. And Mothra. Okay, we just have that conversation about the time because that's a highly
Sunday morning after church, man. You got home and watch the Godzilla movies
and wrestling. Wrestling, man. Mid-South. I think it was Mid-South or
it was Mid-South. Junkyard Dog.
Grizzly, was it? I remember Grizzly
Adams. Grizzly Adams.
Well, that's one of the very first episodes we talked about wrestling.
Yeah.
Come back to that
$1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase.
Back when $1 million meant something. $1 million used to be like, dang, you got $1 million. Yeah. Not so much anymore. Not so much. All right. So everybody, hey, again, we leave you with this. Some people make suggestions. Some throw things. No, it's a mandate.
You got to do it, man. It's not play around. Don't make us take you in the woods.
No, we are exactly. Yeah, don't make us, go upside Jeff George on you here. It's mandated. Have a fantastic week. We want you to have a wonderful, wonderful week. And Mr. Semino, if they would just absolutely say, I need more of this and I need it as the soon as I can possibly get it. When's the next episode going to hit?
It falls off the truck on Monday.
That's a great way to say it. It falls off the truck.
Falls off the truck Monday at 7:00. Get it right off the pallet.
It didn't even make the shelves, bro.
Nah, bro. And it's on the high shelf too.
The high level. Hey, be here, beat New Zealand and Japan. Don't let those guys get it first. Come on, America. Step up. Where you at, Sulfur?
Stinking.
Where you at, Gaines? Where you at, Lake Charles? Come on. Get you some. Get you some. Right. All right. We out of here. Hey, man. Have a great week. Love you, buddy.
You too. Enjoy the show.
All right.
Now, the Chinese, Japanese, we used to do Chinese, Japanese, dirty knees. Look at these. like a third grade thing.
That's not terrible. You could have said that.